Another gorgeous day down here in the Gulf of America, Florida. Special treat, simple project. We're going to be installing a dash cam into our Dodge Ram 2500 6.4 from 2016. But this is not any ordinary dash cam. This one blends in and looks like it was part of the OEM install. So here's our box. Yes, it is made in China. Yes, it probably is cheap because it didn't cost that much. But this, and they make them for multiple vehicles, replaces the housing around your rear view mirror. So it looks like it's part of the original build. So why a dash camera, you might ask? Well, if you're like me, you're probably watching lots of videos of people getting into accidents and the dash cam saving them from being at fault. And I want to do the same. So for a couple $100, I can have peace of mind that if an accident happens, I can show my side of the story with video evidence. And then this dash cam, to my pleasure, blends in with the mirror. There's no loose cables hanging. There's no obviousness. It's just they're part of the system. And you'll see that as we install this. All right, let's open this bad boy up. Ooh. There's nothing on the box. Tape? No, nothing, just another box. A box within a box. Boxception. All right. Here's instructions, mounting guide, user manual, and here's all of our parts. Let me find the camera itself. So here's really what I want to show to start off, the camera itself. You see how the camera looks like a housing. So I'm going to replace the rear view mirror housing with this, and it'll look like it's built into the truck. So we got some cables. This says search Amazon, GPS, good, we want that. Power plug, rear camera, ah, important, okay, cool. Yeah, I do have the rear camera, so this is good. And I came in this package here. Here's the adapter. One of these is probably going to be, yeah, this one that connects between the truck, and it allows this to interrupt and be a part of it. So you see you got the plug in here, and allow it to be in line with it. Oh, maybe this one looks like it might be right too. So one of these two is going to work. And then here is the extension. If you don't have the proper camera, this is the adapter for that, but we already have that, so we're good. And then here's the rear view camera. Now, what I'm going to do differently, instead of running this to the rear, I'm probably just going to take this piece right here off and run this straight to here and have it right by the mirror so that I can have it watch me. See, you can twist this around and make different, you know, I can have it watch me in the cab is my idea. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the cab apart, and look, they even give you the tool to remove the two pieces. There's only two pieces you got to remove. We're going to remove them right now. So here's the part we're going to be replacing. See that little cowl right there, and it comes up right there, so we're replacing. It's pretty easy to get off. So first, this piece here, you can reach up, you can just kind of pull it down, and the back end is slipped in, so you want to pull the front end down, kind of like a lever. If you need to, you can use this guy here to help pull it down, slip inside of there, and pull it down. All right, so that comes off. You can see there's just these little clips on it holding it in place. You pull it down and lift it up, and this you just kind of pull apart both sides and pull straight down. There's these two clips right here. I get past it. And then to get this piece off, there's a little button you push right here. Put the camera over so you can see it. To get this off, hit this button right here on the side, and this clip comes out. Cool. Let's head back to the workbench. All right, back at the workbench. I just want to compare my camera to my piece here. You'll see it's got the same clips right here. This one has the clips. It's the right size. You can mirror them up. It's the right size. So this will blend right into the OEM install. So all we're gonna have to do is attach the cables. We got, let's see, Chrysler B, 14 pin 5 amp. Chrysler A, we're the A. We did A. So this is gonna be A right here. When you order these, there's an A model and a B model. This is the A model. The B model, some of them have a little hole right here. It's much more square, but this is the A model. And then the camera, we're gonna hook right here. And GPS uses a 4-plug pin. I guess it doesn't come with the GPS. You can see the rear cam cable, we've got a lot of it. If you want to run it actually to the rear of the truck, but we're not going to be doing that. We're going to just turn it and face in like that. And we'll get this plugged in, get it hooked up, and then use the app, make sure it's working right before we seal everything back in. And I'm going to see if I've got a GPS. I think I've got an extra GPS antenna that'll work for this.
I didn't have a compatible one. Here's what it is on Amazon.
You can see there's not much to this. This is all that's going to go into the truck. And it uses the power off the mirror itself. So I'm going to hook this up. I'm not going to install it for it. I'm just going to hook it up and get the cameras kind of figured out and aligned with the app. I also want to make sure that my rear view camera, when I back up, works, because that's going through my backup camera, goes through my rear view mirror, not through my radio. So I'm gonna make sure that still works too. The retailer wasn't sure. I was like, all right, well, the pin plug has a pass through, so if it's just passing through, it should work fine. We'll see. See plenty of long cables. I can make sure this all plugs in and works good. It reaches up here, so I don't have to have it installed to test it. So again, this guy just plugs into there, and this white one plugs into where it came out of. I've already got this plugged into, and I think what I'll do, I've got some options, because I can take it off and flip it. I'm either going to do something just like this, have it facing inward, or maybe the other side, but I'll play with it. But I want to test it out, get it hooked up to the app first. And from my understanding, I can even run it through, because I have an Android Audio, I can probably run it through here as well. So we'll play with a few things and try this out. But first I'm just going to hook this into there and plug it into the mirror. Alright, so this is going to go into there. Make sure the dashes line up. Well, maybe I have the B type. Let me grab the B type. This is a bigger plug. You can see the two plugs. It's a lot bigger. So, and it seems like it fits better. So I have an A housing. I guess the B type on this doesn't correspond to the model. The B type is probably for cameras. Look at that. It's a tasty fit. Cool. I'm glad it comes with both. That's very nice of them. Alright, so we're going to put that there. And you see the camera has a little protective cover on it. We can take off when the install's done, so we'll hold off on that for a minute. Here's the SD card install, and the power and camera button on the bottom here. So I'm going to turn the truck on, and I'm going to see if this thing works.
1 week later.
Alright, we're back. It's been a little over a week. So I want to give a shout out to this company right here. They went above and beyond to make me very happy. And normally, you know, you hear about, hey, I had a problem with a Chinese company. These guys went above and beyond. So here we are a week later, because that's how long it took to ship the part. What we found out, and I worked with the rep, I was able to find the 12 volt on the pins for my truck on the white cable coming out of the back of the mirror. So what they needed is, when you buy this, you get a variety of adapters for the different Dodge and Chrysler and Jeep models. And I actually have a number of these bigger ones. These are the biggest of the three they offer. So here's the second biggest, and here's the third biggest. It's itty bitty, depending on the features in your mirror. What I found interesting is I got 3 of these now, because there's this is the B one, there's an A one, that's the B one. They actually sent me a G one, a new model they just invented, because I'm the first truck to have this thing in it. I have the reverse camera in my mirror. So the pinout, you would think Dodge or Ram or Chrysler or whoever's in charge would say, hey, no matter what, on this plug here, the 12 volt and the ground are always the same things. It's not true. It's not true. If you have a backup camera, the 12 volt and the ground move to the side pins here. I got a wiring diagram. I'll see if I can post that up. On this one is these bottom 2 pins here. And so I worked with them, and they actually custom built, you know, they'll probably use it for their production models, the new G. So if your truck has the backup camera show to the mirror and not to the radio, you need the G plug. So tell them McCoppin sent you when you order from them through Amazon or whatever, and the G plug. Additionally, if you want to have the GPS operation, you got to buy the GPS adapter. That's not included. And so one feedback I have for the GPS adapter is only comes with like a 20-foot cable. Where did I put it? It's this crazy long cable. It's just way too long. So I don't even know where I put it. There it is. Yeah. So it's the adapter has, again, keep it bundled up. I'm actually going to see if I can put this up inside with under the cowl, you know, inside of with the camera here, because you can see what will fit in there. I can fit a lot of cables in here and probably get it all to fit inside of here successfully. It'll probably be fine. I'm going to see if I can finagle this to kind of glue this to it's supposed to be this way. It's supposed to face the sun or the sky or whatever. So I just lay it in here like this as I put it in and try to work it in that way. There's also that neck piece that comes off here. Might even have it come out like this. So I'm also going to do the camera. The camera, of course, awesomely comes with the cable, but you can shorten it with the connector there. So let's put all this in the truck, turn it on, and set it up. So just a quick recap. This snaps in here, and then this snaps in here. So to take it out, you pull this down, it pulls out. You see this has these 2 teeth right here. When it's up there, you just pull it apart like that, and then see the teeth separate. So you grab it like this, you pull it apart and pull it down. Or if you can, pulling this off opens this up right here, you can pull right there and pull it down. So you pull like that and pull it down. These are easy to get out. You click on and click off. All right, so the new camera comes with the housing, and we're going to reuse this again. So a couple things you want to do before you start. Okay, so first we're going to wire it up and test it. All this needs from the truck is power. Everything else is self-contained. So it just uses the power, which is this little guy right here. Power, rear camera, GPS. These are the only 3 connections you got to hook up. This is the one that goes to the truck. And the way you get it back to the truck is through your adapter. And again, I'm going to use the Chrysler G because I have the rear view. The backup camera goes to here. So to take this thing off, you just push the little here. This slides out. Make sure your truck is off. Put that in there. Put that in there. We'll plug this in. We'll plug in the GPS module. You see there's like a shape to it, and there's like a divot on top. So you gotta find the divot on here and just line her up. There it is, down there deep. Cool, GPS. And then the rear camera. I'm not going to use all this. If you want to actually run it through your header, or your heading, or your whatever they call it up there, your cam. I like that it has the cable separate, so I can just do this. My plan, and it should be fine because I got a little bit here, I'm going to put this comes off. Take this off and I'll show you why in a minute. I'm going to put this probably like right here, or maybe like right here some way, for two reasons. One, you have a truck, you can still see the back pretty easily from here. You know, you got a nice rear view of what happens behind you. Secondly, if I put the camera about where that camera is going to be, I can see what's happening in the cab. So that's, you know, roughly, it'll be back here a little bit. This is too thick to fit, but you'll see, I can see what's happening in the cab with that camera and see out back. So if I have something happening in the cab itself, I've got a camera recording. You know, you have an interaction with a law enforcement agent. You want to get a recording of that. So it's good to have. So I'm going to plug this into. I took this off for testing placement, and I can see which side is going to be up. It's got like a sticker on it. I'll remember that side is up or down once I get it plugged in. The instructors can tell you to do this too, because they're not sure what's up, what's down, I guess, from the factory. Again, a little notch on it. Lines up this notch. Plug it in. So everything's plugged in. So now I'm going to turn the truck on. I haven't mounted anything yet. I'm going to turn the truck on, just to, you know, get power. You hear that chime, you get a blue light on it. It's got power. So I'm going to go ahead and take I want to make sure everything works before I mount it. I don't want to take time mounting it if it's not going to work. Take that protector off. Take this protector off. And then you're going to use an app to control this. This has a Wi-Fi connection. It broadcasts a little bit of Wi-Fi, and you hop your phone, or like in my case, I've got my Android Auto thing. I can find the Wi-Fi up here. Oh, come back. I can find the Wi-Fi here and go in and find the name of this thing's Wi-Fi. I'll show what I've got going on here. So basically I connected to the Wi-Fi on my phone. My Android wanted to do a bunch of updates for connect. I was like, whatever, it's in the phone for right now. I got in the phone. The camera's working. I mean, I can put this, let's see. Yeah, there's the camera. It's working fine. The rear camera, where'd you go? Here it is. So to see the rear camera, see the rear camera. Kind of like getting a phone app. You hit that, you get the rear camera. That's working fine. Hey, pretty guy. So the sticker is the bottom. Sticker, bottom. Sticker, bottom. Sticker, bottom. That's working good too. Cool. So the cameras work. I can finish the install. Okay, let's start getting this thing up. So really it's just going to click up in here, and you have all this space inside of here to store all your goodies. Oh, the Wi-Fi's unplugged. Make sure that's plugged in. Probably why I wasn't getting a signal. There we go. GPS is in. So this is the bottom. So I want this to be like this. If I can look at the camera, see what I like. Camera connected. Show me the rear view. Yeah, I kind of like that. You can see my face. That's good. So I'll put it somewhere, maybe just even, it's a little bit too high. All right, so I'm gonna have that just kind of come out of the front of this, I think. Go up into here and come back out. Okay, cool. That'll work good. That'll work really good. easier way. Take this off that hook. Get everything out of the way. Get everything out of the way. Put this thing on. Cool. Now it's in place. Then load the stuff into it. This is by far the, after a couple minutes of trying to figure this out, this is by far the easier way. Get this pulled back. Actually, I want that on top because it's going to be the last thing. So make sure it's not twisted up in there. Put this on top. Put this to the side over here. This guy up in there, make sure that's all flat. And I'll twist this back on. There we go. And I can get it down. Push this back in here. Take that off again. I want this to be pulled back into there. Like that. There we go. Put that back in there. Yeah, take a picture. It'll last longer, right? When I get the boot on, this will all be nice and tight. Speaking of the boot, let's get the boot on. So we want to make sure all of this is going through the boot, or the neck, or whatever you want to call it. Put it up there like that. Push it up in. There. There. Cool. It's live. That's a pretty good view, actually. Front of the truck. It's up there pretty solid, too. Alright, so now I'm going to finagle using my camera for what this guy to hang. Maybe something like that. And I'll tuck the cables in. Cool. Pretty clean install. I'll tuck the cables up here in a minute, but I want to show you what I got right now. It looks pretty sharp, so I'll go through the install process of the app. Went through my phone, make sure I got it right, and I'll do it here. All right, permission, description. We're gonna allow it. Allow. All right, so now what you want to do on your Wi-Fi, you want to connect to the Wi-Fi that is the camera. And the password for all the cameras is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I know. Crazy, huh? Alright, so we're going to go back to the app. Skycam. We're going to add a camera. If we're on the right Wi-Fi, you see it says no internet, so that's the right Wi-Fi. So, looking for the camera. I found the camera there. I'm going to connect. You'll see my view. Hey, look at me. I'm so pretty. I can change. There's the front. And there's the back. So having the Android radio lets you do this. And you can even like download the videos if you need to. Especially for like, you know, keep an eye on the kids. You behave back there, I can see you. Alright, so I'm going to drive this around for a few days and see how it reacts. I'll download some videos, I'll share their feedback, but that's the install process. So I might just do an install video, then like a kind of a review video, let's say. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe for more videos about trucks, about boats, about golf carts, about the books I write, thepaladinbooks.com. and to show you anything I do to fix and make my life a better life. Oh, don't forget karate too. I do karate videos. I'm a karate guy. All right. See ya.